tissue fluid. So tissue fluid literally means the fluid within the tissue. So I have cells here, 1, 2, 3 cells, and the fluid in between the cells, we call this tissue fluid. Okay, so this is my capillary. Okay, now the capillary coming this way is coming from the artery, so we call it arteriole end. So we have arteriole, and the arteriole turns it into capillary. So this is the arteriole end. Now arteries are coming from the heart, so the blood pressure is high. Because of the increased blood pressure, the hydrostatic pressure in the capillary at the arterial end is high. So I'll put here high hydrostatic pressure. This pressure will force the fluid, okay, to leave the capillary at the arterial end and enter the tissue fluid or the tissue space. The large proteins will remain. Now let me separate. At this end here, this is the capillary at the venous end. So at the venous end, what we have is we have water, but it's very less. Why is it less? It was drained over here, it was forced to here. And I have proteins because these proteins could not live, it's too large. By the way, the small pores are called fenestration. So water leaves through this fenestration, small pores. Anyway, over here I have a problem. The problem is I have less water and more protein ratio because I drained water and protein left, which means my water potential is very, very low. Over here in the tissue fluid, I have lots of water. I don't have protein, they didn't come out. So therefore the water potential is very high. And guess what? I have a gradient now. I have a high water potential, low water potential. So water returns back to the blood at the capillary of the venous end via osmosis. So I have a gradient there. Now there is fluid around the cells, but there is excess fluid, meaning there's still fluid that which we don't want. It's too much. That process is not enough. We need to have another system. There's a vessel here, and we call this the lymphatic vessel or lymphatic system. Lymphatic system. The lymphatic system will take the excess fluid, will drain the excess fluid, and the excess fluid now is in the lymphatic system, and that returns it back to the blood, where there's a vessel. The lymphatic system connects it back to the vena cava, which returns it back to the heart.